The bells. One of the most shocking and unbelievable moments on television. In my last video about Drogon, I mentioned that the final season left many burning questions. This is one of them. Who actually rang the bells to surrender King's Landing to Daenerys? Let's look at who knew about the bells being the surrender signal. There's Tyrion, of course. He's the one who pushed this idea, but obviously he was watching the events unfold from outside the city gates, so it definitely wasn't him. Next, we obviously have Jaime, who was sent into the city to try and ring the bells. It was his mission to his brother, after all. The kicker here is that we never see on screen if he accomplishes this mission. He was certainly within the city gates and traversing the streets, but did he actually ring them? It's tough to say. Being a former member of the Kingsguard means that he would be very familiar with the layout of the city, which includes the bell towers. But it's just so hard to know what his intentions were. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he never even planned on ringing the bells to begin with, and his main idea was just to go straight to Cersei. He did say that he didn't care about the citizens in the end, so this definitely makes it possible that he never wanted to. Another possibility is that one of the desperate citizens of King's Landing rang the bells. With fire erupting from the city gates, fighting in the streets, and the Red Keep being locked off, there was nothing for people to do other than search for a hiding place or search for a way to make it stop. The major flaw I see with this scenario is that I find it hard to believe that a panicked citizen could gain access to the bells during a battle. It seems to me that the bell towers would be on major lockdown unless somebody with authority was granted access. So maybe it was a Lannister soldier, possibly one of the ones who gave up and dropped their swords moments before the bells rang. This leads me to the wild card, and someone not many people are considering, Cersei Lannister. She knew she was toast, and she damn well knew what the ringing of the bells meant. She saw all of the scorpions that had been destroyed, her soldiers had surrendered, and the people were yelling at her to ring the bells. Though Cersei was a cold and evil person, we know how much she loved her children. With all the chaos around her, I think it's actually likely that she wanted to try and save her unborn baby. She may have sent someone to ring them, hoping that it would save her life and that of her child. The only issue with this theory is that even if Daenerys did not go mad, Cersei had to have known she was a dead woman walking, especially after killing Daenerys' best friend right before her eyes. I really just don't see how Daenerys would show her any mercy at all. But then again, maybe she was banking on Tyrion to back her up, and she'd be willing to submit the throne without any further resistance. So in summary, I definitely don't think it was Tyrion who rang the bells. I find it highly unlikely that Jaime did. I also find it unlikely that it was a citizen, but a rogue Lannister soldier or Cersei herself would be my best bets. I like the idea of Cersei admitting defeat. Her reaction as she hears the bells makes me think this way even further. It was the true face of defeat, and she had the most Cersei reason of all to try and survive. So what do you think? Was it one of the people I listed above, or do you think someone else rang the bells? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.